comedy film directed by Thor Freudenthal and based on Jeff Kinney's 2007 book of the same name. The film stars Zachary Gordon, Robert Capron, Devon Bostick, Rachel Harris, Steve Zahn, and Chloe Grace Moretz. 20th Century Fox released the film theatrically in the United States on March 19, 2010, receiving mixed reviews from critics and grossing $76 million worldwide against a $15 million budget. The film spawned a film franchise and was followed by 3 sequels: Roderick Rules, 2011, Dog Days, 2012, and The Long Haul, 2017. An animated reboot of the same name was released in 2021, which was followed by 2 sequels of its own: a second adaptation of Roderick Rules, 2022, and Diary of a Wimpy Kid Christmas, Cabin Fever, 2023. A book detailing the film's creation process, titled The Wimpy Kid Movie Diary, was released on March 16, 2010. Plot preteen Greg Heffley illustrates his daily life in a diary. He says he is writing in one for when he is rich and famous, but is in middle school for now. Greg lives with his parents, Susan and Frank, his spoiled younger brother Manny, and his older brother Roderick, who torments Greg. On Greg's first day of middle school, he quickly discovers the ups and downs, such as the missing stall doors in the boys' bathroom and the difficulties of obtaining a seat during lunch. During physical education, Greg and his childish best friend, Rowley Jefferson, escape from a game of Gladiator and meet Angie Stedman, a 7th grader who isolates herself from the other students to survive. They also notice a moldy piece of cheese on the basketball court. When Greg almost touches it, their friend Chirag Gupta tells them that whoever touches it gets the cheese touch, where they become a social outcast due to everyone being disgusted by that person because they touched the cheese, and that the only way to get rid of the cheese touch is to pass it on to someone else by touching them. Greg states his intention of becoming the most popular student in school, as well as earning a place in the school yearbook as a class favorite, only for several of his attempts to fail. On Halloween, when Greg and Rowley go out trick-or-treating, a group of teenage boys drive by in a pickup truck and spray a fire extinguisher at them. When Greg threatens to call the police, the boys chase him and Rowley to Greg's grandmother's house, but the latter two escape them after Greg accidentally damages their truck with a weed eater. The boys join the safety patrol team at school in another effort to become popular and try out for a contest that offers a student a chance to become the cartoonist for the school paper. When Greg accidentally breaks Rowley's arm during a dangerous game the duo invented, Rowley becomes extremely popular and wins the cartoonist contest, making Greg envious of him. During a safety patrol assignment, Greg walks kindergartners down a neighborhood street without Rowley, but panics when he encounters a truck identical to the teenagers from Halloween and hides himself and the kids in a construction zone. He is then confronted by a neighbor who mistakes him for Rowley, having borrowed Rowley's coat, forcing him to abandon the kindergartners and flee. To his bewilderment, Rowley is suspended from safety patrol, but Greg eventually confesses his guilt to him, foolishly offering it as a joke and saying that they could both learn lessons from the incident. Distraught and angered over Greg's mistreatment of him, Rowley ends their friendship. When the truth soon comes to light, Greg is fired from the service while Rowley is reinstated as captain and befriends their classmate Colin, who replaces Greg as Rowley's best friend. Greg attempts to pursue popularity without Rowley, but those efforts also fail. Greg tries to reconcile with Rowley while attending the mother and son sweetheart dance at his school with Susan, but lies to Rowley about missing him when he notices he is with Colin. One day after school, Greg and Rowley confront each other in rage, and a circle of students encourages them to fight. However, neither of them are good at fighting.